A circus strongwoman holds a piano and a pianist on her chest. 1920s. Uni Ludowici's roundhouse on the River Thames, 1958. Scarlett Johansson and Jessica Biel, 1990s. In the 1910s, an Austrian-American circus act featured Katia Sanduina, a remarkable strongwoman. One of her feats involved lifting her husband over her head with one arm. Pig sticking, the hunting of wild pig by mounted spearmen, was a popular, exciting, and sometimes dangerous pastime of cavalrymen. Manifest and Brig P.H. J. Tuck with the final boar after winning the 1936 Kadir Cup. India, 1936, a young Al Pacino's mugshot. Alison Hayes, 1950s. Odyssey, a Hopi girl, 1979. Spherical hyperbaric chamber. In 1928, Dr. Cunningham created a 5-story chamber that offered more than 60 rooms designed to treat flu patients. The attire of a 19th century Albanian warrior. Young Barack Obama with his mother, Indonesian stepfather Lolo Suitoro, and half-sister in 1960s. Female partisans wait to go on patrol near Castelluccio, Italy, October 5, 1944. Princess Diana's last photo shoot, 1997. John Wayne Gacy. People in front of a TV store watching the Olympics, 1960. Corvette Mako Shark II, 1965. Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie. Claudia Cardinale poses with her footwear collection, circa 1960s. A client's skin is examined using a special device at Helena Rubinstein's salon in 1936. Dust Storm, Amarillo, Texas, 1936. the Wee Bee, a plane that made it into the Guinness Book of World Records for its size. Chaos during the New York City blackout, 1977. Two women from French Indochina discussed the day's news, April 30, 1917. (1972), grieving relatives of the victims of the Bloody Sunday Massacre. Three Beautiful Moroccan Women, 1971. Workers taking a break on the St. John's Bridge, Portland, 1931. First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt smashes a bottle of champagne on the bow of a ship. The ocean liner SS America was launched on August 31, 1939. Scotland Yard fingerprint catalogue, 1920s. A team carries a giant ball into the stadium before a game of pushball. The sport originated in the United States. Demonstration of aircraft protection against lightning strikes, 1950. Boy singing and playing the accordion in the streets of Paris. A photo by Henry Manuel, 1930. Inflatable boats made from ox hides, northern India, 1900. American aviator Mathilde Moisson, 1912. She was the second woman in the United States to get a pilot's license. Adolf Hitler gifted King Tribhuvan of Nepal with a 1938 model Mercedes-Benz in 1940. As there were no roads during that time in Nepal, the car was carried by 40 or so people to the capital city of Kathmandu with its wheels removed. Whaling, Primorsky Krai, 1960s. The onset of the Dust Bowl in the western United States in 1975. Kurt Cobain, 1988. The aftermath of the 1981 Louisville sewer explosion. Group of female welders at Todd Shipyard in October 1942. '70s roller skating. Egyptian figures in the Crystal Palace, Sydenham, Greater London, 1851. The Hilton sisters, Violet Left and Daisy Wright, conjoined twins and circus performers born in England in the early 1900s. Robert Redford yearbook photo. (1970). A commandeered bus is driven backwards through a line of women calling for an end to the violence during riots in Falls Road. Photos from the set of The Silence of the Lambs, 1991. Market Street, San Francisco after the 1906 earthquake. Photographed by H.C. White and Company. How a Man Changes a Smelly Diaper, United States, 1960s. Audrey Hepburn with her son. Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd and friends at John Belushi's funeral in 1982. Demi Moore on Late Show with David Letterman, 1996. Traverse City State Hospital, staff wearing skull masks, 1898 to 1912, Michigan. A woman lies on a sidewalk in the Warsaw Ghetto, dying of starvation, 1941. One of the oldest known photographs of Red Square, Moscow, 1856. Wrestling at the Scottish Highland Games, September 5, 1929. This guy wanted his college portrait to be unique, 1980. A boy copies the gait of two adult men. School bus on the streets of Taiwan, 1950s. Fidel Castro and Indian rights activist Via Rayford, Havana, 1959. Warsaw, 1980. A happy couple with a supply of toilet paper. Women learn to drive trams on a simulator due to a shortage of men, England, 1915. young Natalie Portman and Luc Besson. A plane crash, Great Britain, October 10, 1960. Flower vending machine, Berlin, 1935. Snow drifts after the blizzard of 1966 in New York State, February 1st, 1966. German soldier dogs wearing gas masks sit in a trench with their owners. Carrie Fisher and her stunt double sunbathe during breaks in filming the cult classic Star Wars Episode VI Return of the Jedi, 1982. Motorized trolley, 1920s. Madonna before she was famous, 1978. Hitler Youth Parade, circa 1936. Rubberman James Morris, who suffered from Ehlers-Danlos syndrome and could stretch his own skin up to 46 centimeters from his body without pain. 1880s. Adolf Hitler surrounded by girls from the Reich Labour Service at the Tannenberg headquarters in the Black Forest. Traffic Light Tower, 1924, Berlin. A nurse with a sick child during a smallpox epidemic, Wrocław, Poland, 1963. Indian Army gymnasts from Ambala demonstrate their skills during the Allied victory celebrations held at Delhi between 4 and 9 March 1946. White men using a black boy as a footstool, slave treatment in Kentucky during the 1800s. David Bowie with his dog, Diamond Dogs promo shoot, 1974. A unique tractor, the Hornsby Mammoth, 1910. British Army soldiers test an experimental catapult-based tear gas launcher, Belfast, 1970. Audrey Hepburn with her parents. Sharon Tate, 1968. a young Chuck Norris demonstrates his karate techniques. John Lennon on a skateboard, 1965. "1910 pick of the Big Tree Room. Englishman James Hutchings' addition to his upper hotel, Yosemite, left a 175-foot-tall, 8-foot-round cedar tree in the center of the room. Sadly now gone. Celebrating the end of Prohibition, December 1933. Natalie Wood, an 8-year-old actress, poses in the first dress made in this country, based on a design sent here by the Moscow fashion house. 1946. Behind the scenes, photos of the filming for Dracula, 1931. The workday has begun. Serra Pelada Gold Mines, Brazil, 1986. Children playing on a bicycle in a playground, New York City, 1958. Americans preparing to send a bomb behind German lines, Christmas, 1944. Launch of the James Caird lifeboat from Elephant Island on April 24, 1916. Ernest Shackleton and 5 others would journey over 800 miles to rescue the 22 trapped on the Antarctic island. Monica Bellucci in 1994. World War I soldier fitted with a welding arm so he could still help the war effort. Fagin is a Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer television star. Goalkeeper Sam Bartram stands alone on the pitch, unaware that the match had been called off 15 minutes earlier because of dense fog. December 25, 1937. "1961, a barbed wire fence was laid out on the orders of the East German government to separate East Berlin from West Berlin prior to constructing the Berlin Wall. 2 mothers and their children, now kept apart. A liquidator prepares to clean the reactor roof. Chernobyl, 1986. President Kennedy smiles as he delivers a joking remark to the 6,000 attending the $100 a plate Democratic dinner on May 27, 1961 in Washington's National Guard Armory to help him celebrate his 44th birthday. Mine rescue worker, 1912. The icy face of a member of the Australasian Antarctic Expedition Team, 1911 to 1914. A man sits on car tires, Los Angeles, 1929. Leonardo DiCaprio's Strange Photo of Bananas, 1995. A United States Marine offers a doll to a child, Vietnam, 1965. Paul McCartney yearbook photo. Mary Pickford, 1892-1979, also known as America's Sweetheart, photographed here in 1916. Three children riding bicycles, USR. John Lennon doing his Elvis impersonation, 1967. Elvis Presley fans witnessing him on stage during the mid-1950s. Barack Obama with his sister, mother and grandfather in Hawaii in the 1970s. Students of a dance school during a walk in London, 1950s. A young bicycle stunt performer in the 1980s. Mountain hikers in the Canadian mountains use the brims of their hats as water vessels, 1924. April 1999, a Wuppertal-Schwebebahn train derailed and fell into the River Wupper, killing 5 and injuring 47. Beas Reeves, a former enslaved person, became the first black deputy marshal in the late 1800s, operating in what is now Oklahoma and Arkansas. A Soviet partisan armed to the teeth, 1943. Woman in a beauty salon, 1920s. A group of friends trying to pile into a phone booth. New York, 1975. Dutchwoman Karina Rotschafer was Miss World 1959. (1996), the scene at Canary Wharf in East London after the IRA detonated a bomb. Elizabeth Hurley at 18 in 1983, Punk. British Lieutenant Donald Grantham holds a Type M chemical bomb. September 1919, Lake Onega, RSFSR.